Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to also echo the thanks for hosting this online event and for allowing us a portal to be able to share our ideas as we all continue to face and mitigate our way through this pandemic. We wanted to share today some kind of more unique perspectives from our refugee and immigrant communities. I think that we are all aware and have seen that across the country, our immigrant and refugee communities have been disproportionately affected by this pandemic. We also have communities that are facing being scapegoated, are being hit with racism and prejudice, all while many of these communities are navigating this without language assistance, technology, or financial support. So we really appreciate the opportunity to share some ideas on things that we can do together as a community to help these communities through this. So, and also, they're facing a lot of these challenges while also being expected to maintain being the pillars that really hold together our healthcare, our food production and manufacturing systems that this country is really depending on to get through this pandemic. So while we have been helping and collaborating and working to get through this, we wanted to share with the greater community some of the ideas, some of the things that we have seen that help. So first of all, the workplace protections, PPE, those continue to be a need for our workers who are deemed essential, who again are holding these institutions and systems together. We have also seen some of the more newer technology that's come out of this. I know a lot of industries are seeing the same benefits, but we have communities who maybe previously would have to find childcare and transportation and take unpaid work off in order to go down to like a local utility office to submit the required paperwork or applications that can now do that online. And so are able to not lose out on those hours or face the additional costs of transportation or childcare. Additional technology benefits have been like USCIS and other agencies are now taking like online applications. People can take photos of documents to submit rather than again having to navigate all of those barriers in order to get into the physical office. And the last thing with technology that has been really beneficial, when we have meetings and we're inviting our refugee and immigrant community members to attend, if the expectation to have them take unpaid hours and again face barriers like transportation or childcare in order to be present in a physical meeting can sometimes be an unfair ask. And so we've seen a very large increase in attendance and participation in our meetings and the different forums that we're having online. So the kind of second thing that we wanted to talk about was the collaboration and working together. I think a lot of our communities have felt that they've needed to work in silos or have been, have had different needs that people are working on. But as a result of this pandemic, a lot of our organizations and communities are working together a lot more. We're leveraging resources. We're really trying to help each other fill gaps in services and the needs that exist, both before and because of COVID-19. And the last thing we really wanted to share, when we're talking about inclusion and we're talking about ways that we can help our refugee and immigrant communities, the first thing is really being intentional about bringing our refugee and immigrant community leaders and members to the table for conversations, that we're being intentional about how we're asking, that also that we are supporting and trying to empower our local ECBOs and community leaders as much as possible. The ROSI network itself we have a statewide ELL in partnership with 211 hotline or helpline that is available in any language. So if anybody has questions about COVID or if they're needing to access like their healthcare provider, anybody can call this free number. It's 100% confidential as well to access those services. And our website as well, we've listed and continue to list as things change, different opportunities or resources that are specifically helpful to our refugee and immigrant communities. And also the first thing that you'll see on our COVID-19 response page is a list of ways that you can help. And so if you're looking to want to contribute financially to our ECBOs, there's an actual direct link to all of their like individual donation or campaign pages. A lot of ECBOs are also asking for volunteers to help with certain projects or efforts. So again, yeah, just reiterating to our business community that these technological advances really do help include and bring to the table a lot of refugee and immigrant voices and participation that maybe didn't exist before, that anytime that we can help connect the essential services that they have remotely and kind of remove the additional steps they have to mitigate for service is great. And then just again, being intentional about how we're asking and reaching out to them to help bring their voice, their opinion, their input to this table, so that not only can we help get through this pandemic together, that we're making sure that no community is left out, but that we're also helping future generations and the collaborative efforts and inclusion as we leave the hopefully very soon COVID-19 effects in our community as well. So yeah, thank you again very much for having us. Thank you for including our communities in this conversation. And if anybody has questions, our contact information is on our website. And then of course, if people are wanting to help contribute to our local ECBOs, our local refugee and community organizations, all of those are listed on our website as well.